Hi, how's it going? It's Alan with Sealer Asphalt Maintenance, Marriottsville, Maryland. We've been in business for about 12 years now, and it's about time that I do some reaction videos to some of the competitors and hairy homeowners, to be honest. I mean, there's a lot of people out there trying to seal coat their driveways on the cheap, and when you do it on the cheap, you get cheap. So I'm here to kind of tell you about how we do things and how we don't do things, and hopefully steer you in the right direction. This prompted when I realized one of our customers was having an issue with their driveway. Some past seal coating they did themselves was starting to crack and flake really bad. It's an ongoing trend whenever you purchase big box driveway sealers. They're just really not as good as they say they are. The buckets, usually they'll say like airport seal coating or something crazy like that. 5-year warranty. Don't buy it. It's been sitting on the shelf for who knows how long, unagitated. Most homeowners are not going to stir that material correctly. The kind of equipment that we use, we have giant agitators in our equipment, and we agitate and purchase fresh material multiple times per week. The bucket material from hardware stores, you don't know how long that's been sitting on the shelf. You don't know if it's any good anymore. You don't know if it's been left outside in the cold in the winter, frozen, and then just completely ruined. So let's take a look at some examples of some DIY projects and even some from professionals. If you do just a quick search on YouTube for driveway sealing, you're going to get a lot of DIY results. A lot of these, I just kind of cringe when I see them. They're not done right. And what's the standard on the internet is they're teaching you how to do your driveway improperly. A lot of people are walking through the material. They're pouring material all over themselves and they're splattering on sidewalks and such. I see a lot of risk being taken during the process of seal coating these driveways. And in some cases, they're just completely done incorrectly. The problem with a lot of these, like you can see this guy is starting to walk into the material. This guy is walking in the material. And I'll explain some of that in a minute. This one doesn't have any precaution around the house. I'm just seeing a lot of mistakes happen on these videos. So let's click and see what's going on here. Okay, so they're using a trim board. That's great. But the problem with this is with the trim board, you're still, so they got really close there. They didn't even trim around the white border of the garage. There's more than likely overspray on that garage at this point. And then the quick back and forth motions with this spray wand, wherever they stop there and then they overlap that again, you're going to end up with a slightly thicker edge right along here. So you're going to have these odd seams. Okay, so almost like paint strokes, if you will. And then you can see they're trying to make their way around this border edge. The type of material that we use, we apply all around the edges by hand. So we're not having any oversplatter, overspray, anything like that. Let's head over to another video. Oh, wow. So again, with the store-bought material, you're going to end up seal coating this driveway at least once per year because it doesn't look great. And you're wondering, why am I getting all these cracks in my driveway? These surface cracks all through the driveway are a result of that store-bought material. Let's see what this guy does. All right, great. He's stirring the material. Again, I said earlier, our machines, 700-gallon tank, we have a huge agitator that's operated by hydraulics. There's no way this guy is stirring this bucket of sealer better than my 700-gallon tank. The point of agitating the material is to get the sand really mixed in well with the materials and all the chemicals moving. You can have a bit of a residue sit on the top of the sealer if it's not agitated, and then the sands can drop to the bottom. If you don't agitate those sands, you're truly depriving the material of an even dispersion of the sand. Okay, I see this a lot. The way that you do driveway seal coating with bucket material is you kind of just dump it there and then spread it around. So when you dump it in an area, if you're not quick enough, you're going to end up with this big kind of almost a stain where you drop the material. So that's not a technique that we use. So the techniques that we use, we actually spray the material on. So you don't have any brush strokes, uneven marks, any unsightly blemishes like this. It goes on really nicely once it's sprayed. All right, let's move on to another example. Okay, again with the brush marks, this is a squeegee, so the squeegee is probably not going to leave as many brush strokes because there's no brush, but it will leave a little overlap in which you'll be able to see kind of like a little band, like a little line. So that's very hard to get rid of when you're using a squeegee or a brush. This professional here is walking through the material. Now what that does is it actually compresses the sand in that spot, and then you may end up with a footprint in that spot, or over time you may end up with an area that's possibly a little bit thicker than the rest because you've compressed that sand and the material down into the asphalt, and then you've gone over it again with another layer, another coat of sealer. And while some people think it's a great idea, oh yeah, we want thick material all the way through, when you're doing seal coating, it's not necessarily that you want the material to be extremely thick. Sometimes that can actually cause surface cracking. So those footprint areas where it's being compressed, you might end up seeing a development of some cracking in the area, or even that area just completely being flaked up. All right, so you can see that little band through there. It's a little hard to see in the video, but there's a little band going down through here, and that's a result of the squeegee and brush technique. You're not going to see those types of strokes when we're doing the spray application, which is something that I highly recommend. A lot of homeowners want to see their driveways hand applied. They think they're going to get this thick coat of sealer. I can assure you we've done thousands of driveways by spray application, and they turn out so much better than the ones that are done by hand. And these different techniques, you can see like this technique, he's walking through the material again, and then along the edge here, right about here, you're going to have that kind of strip. Wherever you move that brush, you're going to end up having a brush stroke. Here's just a few driveways that we've done in the past. You can see they come out looking solid black. I promise you on these driveways, you're not going to have any overspray on the house. Everything comes out crisp. Everything comes out pristine, and it looks great in the end. Now, I do want to make a disclaimer. Our product, we don't advertise it as a cosmetic material. No one should advertise asphalt products as a cosmetic. Asphalt is intentionally malleable, flexible, and it's designed to withstand a lot of elements, a lot of conditions. You're putting vehicles that are thousands of pounds on the surface of these driveways and parking lots. It's designed to flex. That means you're probably going to end up developing cracks. Most driveways that I've seen, I haven't seen any driveways that have lasted 5, 10, 30 years without a single crack. I haven't seen it. You're going to end up with cracks. Our job is to simply maintain the surface of the driveway with crack filling and seal coating. That way we prevent unraveling of the stones and erosion of the cracks. We're coming to make sure that your driveway is well maintained and preserved for the future. Driveway seal coating, parking lot seal coating, crack filling, those are the ways to take care of your driveway. All right, everybody, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I plan on doing more of these kinds of videos, so hit that thumbs up and give me the encouragement I need to continue to produce content. And don't forget, if you're in Maryland and you're looking for a driveway or parking lot, call 443-SEAL-NOW. That's 443-732-5669. Or go to excealer.com to get an estimate in as little as 15 minutes. Thanks for watching.